Hello and welcome back to Padwives Assemble Unfiltered. Whoop, whoop. She remembered.
I did.
This is a very, very highly requested topic.
Topic.
I needed to breathe a bit more.
Yeah,
I didn't breathe.
To be fair.
Deployments and returning time together, that kind of getting used to each other again. So that is everything we're going to be talking about in this episode.
I'm not going to lie to you. I find it really difficult when they come back.
Yeah, I do too. Like, why? Why, yeah. You're not normally.
Who are you? Are we going straight into it?
I wasn't going to, but you kind of just went...
Oh.
I was just going to do, a little hello.
Yoo-hoo, big summer blowout.
Yoo-hoo, big summer blowout. Happy Monday, everyone. I hope you missed us.
We missed you.
Okay, guys, we're back. So I was actually going to talk about the new announcement that has taken the military social media world by storm.
I'd do a drum roll if I could, but I'm just not going to.
I will.
Okay, go on then.
Wait, are you going to say it or am I? I can't do both.
I was going to say it, but I need to...
Okay, ready, go.
You need to stop the drum roll.
Oh.
Has anybody seen the new paint palette you can get for the military housing? It's like so good.
It's happened, guys. We can officially paint our married quarters and we don't have to put it back to Magnolia.
Can I just say, right, it is something so simple that everyone has gone crazy for.
Oh, I know. I'm not even going to lie. It was released 3 days ago and I've painted my entire hallway.
Yeah, you
already.
But the funniest thing is when you walk into Soph's house, you're actually going into B&Q. So there's every single sample ranging from beiges to beige.
Different shades of Magnolia, really.
Different shades of Magnolia, yeah. But
no, can we just point out, if you say that, get in the bin, okay? Magnolia and beige are not the same. Magnolia is yellow. Yellow hues and looks like Kersha's been in there smoking 25 million a day.
Thanks very much.
You're welcome. But that is what it looks like.
Yeah.
It's not cream, it's not beige, it's sick yellow. And dependent on the room, it looks worse.
Coming to a store near you, sick yellow.
Padwife edition. But I had a bit of a meltdown about the whole colour palette thing.
Yeah, you did. So I was getting messages of, I can't cope. I don't know what to do. They're all grey. There was different shades that she was showing me on different walls that looked different. But then when I said that they looked different, she told me they were the same one. But obviously through a camera, it's slightly different. And then she would have a meltdown about the fact that I would say that they looked different, even though that they were the same. So the ranges from the colour palettes go from, where is it, the kitchen?
Yeah.
To
all down the hallway. That's now painted, so you can't see that.
Yeah.
All the way up the stairs.
Up the stairs.
Into my bedroom.
Into your bedroom, spare bedroom, office, landing. So if you ever just need a few swatches, just go to Soph's house.
Got you covered.
They're everywhere.
I have started a new series though on TikTok about it. Queen of series here that I never fucking finish.
Yeah, but can you announce your paint though?
So guys, I could not find... In my lounge, I've got the shade from Good Home B&Q Cancun. Beautiful colour, perfect beige, no blues, no greys, no yellows, nothing. It was beige. And everyone who's like, beige is boring, again, get in the bin because you can add pops of colour to beige. If you've got a red wall, not that anyone should, and I'm sorry if you've got that, also get in the bin. If you've got like, unless it's like a mahogany, like a deep maroon, because I'm going to get cancelled because I say the wrong shit all the time. But okay, you don't need to get in the bin. That's just your personal taste. But for me, I would put myself in the bin because I don't like red.
Unclench the arsehole.
Squeaky bum. But basically, you can add pops of colour. You can add your reds and stuff at Christmas. You can add your oranges and pastels at Easter because it's beige, right? So anyways, I wanted a warm beige. I didn't want it brown. I didn't want it grey or cold when you walked in. I wanted my hallway to be inviting. £103.25 I spent.
Not on paint.
On
samples.
testers.
Oh. Do you call them testers?
Same thing.
Okay.
I don't know whether I should include this.
Okay, yeah, no, that's going to be cut out. Okay, yeah, no, we won't leave that in.
Okay. Anyway, so I was trying to find the perfect beige and it was driving me mad because it was either too brown or like cold grey and blue, weren't they?
But also, some of the beiges also have green hues.
Yeah,
like
but it's hard because in my hallway there is no natural light whatsoever. No. So that is why. Anyways, I then mixed all my samples together.
Not all,
but I was like I was like Breaking Bad it in my kitchen with like, you know, mixy things blowing up, trying to get the right paint. I found it. I made it. I went to B&Q, said with my little thing, I said, "Can you mix this up?" She said, "Yes." "What would you like to call it?" she said. And I looked at her and I was like, "Leroy?" And she went, "Sorry?" I went, "I'd like to name it Leroy." She was like, "Okay."
So it's actually on the system.
Yeah. So guys, if you want a beige that isn't too brown, isn't too grey, and you can't find anyone, obviously it depends on your house and the lighting. This is perfect if you've got no natural light. Just go into B&Q and ask them to search up under the name Sophie Sparks Leroy shade. It's saved and you can get it.
I think that's just my favourite thing I've ever heard. He's now out there to be painting on everybody's wall.
Yeah, he's just in my home all the time now. I don't have to put laundry powder to get him to come over. He's just there. Actually, my car's called Leroy as well. When you get in, it says, "Would you like to connect to Leroy?"
Oh yeah, it does.
It does, yeah.
It does.
So yeah, that's basically what I've been doing. But I've had mixed people mix things. I do think everyone just needs to pipe down a little bit because I get what people are saying, that they don't want to walk into loads of random different colours.
Yes.
Because there's obviously some pale greens and stuff like that. I'd like to think that no one's going to paint their whole entire house green. Like a horrible green.
Yeah. Like
I'm going for sage in my
sage
bathroom.
Green is nice. I mean, actually, we had a message and she said that we could share this.
Yeah, and I agree with what they're saying, to be honest. I do get that. But also, it's just nice to be able to do something and not have to worry about it and put your stamp on the home.
Yeah, and not be restricted. So, for example, okay, so this is the kind of the other foot of how people are feeling. So this lady said, "Why put the financial and physical responsibility of painting an entire house on the next occupant because someone wanted a different colour, on top of the stress of moving as it is? Everyone has different tastes and magnolia is a good base for people to start. I cannot think of anything worse than moving into a blue house."
Which I get because I wouldn't want to move
I get, but on their palette thing, they're not like...
They're like a pastel blue.
Yeah, if it was like a dark navy blue, which would be a bitch to get out anyway, yes, that would be a massive pain.
But also, I don't agree with magnolia being a good base. Use an off-white. Off-white. Or I think off-white is a good base.
Yeah. So she then goes back to say, "What's wrong with the old rules of staying magnolia or painting back to magnolia when you leave?" And I have seen a lot of people say that's great about the painting, but not having to put it back, which means they're moving into odd colours and stuff like that.
But I don't get this, right? I get what they're saying.
Yeah.
But I don't get, because surely if they're saying about just paint and put it back. But if you're going to paint anyway, why does it matter what colour you're moving into? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but she actually goes on to say this: "Moving into a different colour that isn't my choice or preference, in brackets personally, would have me feeling like it isn't my home and someone else's. Does that make sense?"
Yes.
It's already stressful enough having to get rid of furniture, acquire new furniture and change stuff around because of a housing layout. I get that, the amount of sofas I've had to bin. But now
binning your sofa?
Well, I just said that for short.
Oh, okay.
But now having to think of potentially painting again before you even moved in, guessing there's no directive and you can walk into an entire house painted in duck egg blue rather than a few walls, is bloody stressful. And
I do think that what they could have done, and I'm not complaining because I'm really happy about it, but I do get where people are coming from in this sense. But maybe it should have been that in all the high traffic areas such as lounge, dining room and kitchen and hallways should only be allowed either the greys or the neutrals. And then I think the pastels maybe for like bathrooms. I don't know, but it doesn't matter what they announce. They could say you can do whatever you want and someone would have an issue with it. You know, like they're never going to please anyone, but this is a huge step for people. And I'm not disputing, and I don't want to seem like I'm dismissing anyone's feelings in terms of what their views are on it. But we have such an uncertain life, and never feeling like you've got your roots down somewhere. It's so nice to think we can actually put our stamp and make something more our own. Yeah. And I know you could do it as long as you put it back. But loads of people purposely didn't because they had to put it back. So they just live. We were
one of them.
Yeah, just live in the Magnolia and not feel quite at home.
Yeah. See, Reese and I were one of those people that was just like, oh, because we move every 2.5, 3 years, we were like, what's the point? Because we have to put it back. And I mean, I wouldn't have any garish colours anyway. It would be basically the colours that they've put on that, on their little thing. But now, and even my husband, who was dead against it because he was like, I don't want to put it back, is now like, okay, right, let's go and do this. Let's go and have a look at this colour and blah, 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 which is, you know, is great because that's what I want to do. You know, we've already got a wall in our sitting room that has it, but we were like, well, now we can do the whole room, and it's going to make it so much warmer because, like you say, Magnolia is Magnolia. That's the only thing I can say about it. It's a pain.
But also because lighting changes how a paint looks, I have some rooms that look so yellow.
Yes.
And other rooms that are not as bad.
Well, that's our sitting room is so yellow.
Yeah, it is.
Because of the lighting, because the sun comes directly in the sitting room. It makes it so yellow. Yeah. But we want to put what we've got on the feature wall the entire way around.
Yeah, exactly. So I'd be interested to hear everyone's things. Like I said, I'm happy about it, but I understand the point of view from other people's, but there's never going to be a one size fits all on it, but we'd love to hear your opinions. Yeah. If you are decorating, what are you doing? Give us some inspo. I'm also doing a whole series on it. Shameless promo. But I'm literally testing everything.
Yeah, you are.
I am. Yeah.
Everything.
Well then, let's actually get on to the actual topic because we could just talk about that for the whole time.
Good.
Yeah. Deployments and returning and their time back in the home and readjusting. I think this could be for exercise as well because you can get longer exercise.
Oh yeah.
It isn't just a physical return. It's learning to be with each other again, learning to adjust to having them around. And again, if you've got children, them learning.
Yeah, because the thing that I used to struggle with when Reese had been away for long periods of time is not having my own space and not wanting him in it. And that's not in a horrible way, but I was so used to him not being there. And then when he's on me all the time, I'd just be like, yeah, mainly for that, because isn't that what they always try and do when they come back?
My husband would must have a death wish if he tries to come and touch me in any way, shape or form, because I do not like being touched. He put his finger, I've got my ick. My tummy's rumbling. Can you hear that?
You can't say I've got my ick and then he dipped his finger because I'm going to need to know where that's going.
I can't tell you until it's my ick, sorry. But yeah, he touched his toe on my toe earlier. And I was like, what are you doing? And he was like, oh, I don't love you. And I was like, get the fuck off me right now.
Yeah, but have you seen those videos on the internet where people are like holding toes?
No.
Like interlocked toes.
Harsha, I don't even like... In Ration and Ready, you will see me actually hug Kersha, and I think that was the biggest hug I've ever given you.
Yeah. It was actually caught on camera and we were actually astounded, to be honest.
I'm not a physical touch person. I'm a bring me a monster and a vape and I'll love you forever. Don't touch me.
Yeah, or just pick up my stuff and put it where I tell you type person.
I gave you my rubbish earlier from the rug.
Yeah, you did.
I really like
You know what you did earlier as well?
No.
So I got out of the car, had your handbag, my handbag, walked round and you went, where's the other bag? I was like, pardon? You need to get the other bag. You forgot the other bag. And I was like, all right, freaking camel over here.
But I just do
it.
But I don't notice that I do it. But the thing is, because I think as well, if you were to call me up and be like, shut up, get it yourself, I would be like, oh shit, yeah, like what am I doing? But I generally don't notice. And then neither you don't notice.
No.
You just do it.
I just do it. Or sometimes I now say, yes, master.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that is a big thing because you go through a whole adjusting process of, oh, how am I going to cope on my own? I've got to do this, I've got to do that. One thing that really gets my back up is the fact that I've actually got to take the bins out.
Oh, I hate it.
Oh, it does my head in.
Yeah, that's the worst thing. But the other thing as well, and I don't know if you find this, so I just get used to being on my own and actually being comfortable the week or so before he comes back.
Yeah.
And then he comes back and I'm like,
or they pop up and they're like, surprise!
Yeah.
Yoo-hoo, big summer blower.
Okay.
Yeah, and you're like, and they go, and are you not happy to see me? Yes, I'm really happy, but
yeah,
like that is how I feel. Like my whole everything goes,
yeah,
like
because you've put in your mind that they're gone. And then when they come back, it's like, oh, for God's sake, now I've got to put it in my mind again. But also, I'm really happy to see you at the same time.
I think I've mentioned before when Josh came home and he wasn't due home. And he went, why is there no food in the house? I went, oh, yeah, I just add your shopping to the thing on the off chance that you're going to make it home.
Yeah. But the thing is, I think also people think that when they come back, things should just go straight back to normal.
Yeah, they just think, oh, it must be so lovely to have them back. Yes, it is lovely to have them back. But we have to relearn everything and we've got so much to catch up on.
But also as the partners as well, like some people, I think I've seen some posts where some people are like, oh, since he's been back, it's been quite difficult. It's been quite turbulent, but
it's normal.
It's normal. Like, and I think people think that it shouldn't be, but it is. When you've been apart from someone for so long, you've got used to your own space, your own rhythm, your own routine. So have they.
A lot of the messages we get are for advice on this. Mm-hmm. And honestly, they're like dealing with a deployment. There is no right or wrong way with dealing with the adjustment of them coming back. It's like just going into the kitchen and... Why are you looking at me like that? It's like going into the kitchen and making yourself a drink. I mean, I don't offer Josh even when he is there. I don't offer anyone in my house. People just need to know where my stuff is because you won't get anything. But you're welcome to get everything, but I won't get it for you. I will ask you to get it for me in my own house. But like
stopped for them when they've been away.
Yeah.
So it's not just an adjustment on our part, it's also an adjustment on their part. And I think one of the things that, you know, maybe we should do as partners to each other is kind of take that time for each other after they've come back, instead of going back straight into life, you know, how it was before, the hecticness, everything like that. Is taking maybe like an evening together, or, you know, even if you can't get babysitters or whatever, kids go to bed early.
Well, you can do those like murder mystery things that get sent to your house, things like, or the paint each other, and just spending a nice evening together again. I totally agree with that,
because it's learning to be back together again.
Yeah, it is. And like you said, when you talk about this to people who aren't in the military community, they're like, oh, well, why aren't you just enjoying it? And it's like, it's not about the enjoying. It's not that we don't miss them. It's not that we're not grateful to have them home for however long it is. It's that it's such, you go through this whole emotional thing of roller coaster of adjusting to them being away, trying to get used to it and not being used to it, and struggling, and then being used to it or not struggling, and then they come back and you're like, oh, okay, right, they're back here.
Yeah.
Okay, you're sharing a bed again, you know, you're hearing them wander around the house as well.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many times, like, I'm in the bath and I actually forget because it'd be the first few days that he's home, and then I hear him and I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
And it's them.
Yeah. And then you, after they come back, and if something, you say, for example, it's not that it's not going well, but as in, like, you know,
it's a bit turbulent.
Tit for tats,
Yeah.
you know, niggles, bickers, or whatever. Being out of sync for a while after they come back is so normal. Because
But I've said to you before, I've opened up to you, I am actually a lot more, and this sounds awful to say, I am a lot more used to being on my own
Yes.
than I am having Josh home.
Cue the comments for saying that you're moaning.
Oh God, I'm not. Well, I am. Well, I'm a pad wife. But no, I mean, this past few months is the most he's been home.
Yes.
And I said to you, I said, oh my God, like, I'm struggling, and I feel, and as well, me not being that touchy-feely person or very affectionate, you know, I say to you, sometimes I feel so bad, but it physically, like, to me, if someone was to come now and put their hand on my shoulder, it would literally make me want to rip my skin off.
Yeah. But the thing is, at the same time, you're quite independent as it is anyway.
Yeah.
And when you've been so used to being alone, because he has gone away so much, it's going to be a completely different dynamic for you, where you've got the independence combined with actually being alone, and then he come back into that kind of circle. It's hard.
Yeah, definitely. Because I think I was saying to someone, I can't remember who it was, I was on the phone, but Josh has been away on exercise and he didn't have his phone on him. And it was 5 days? It wasn't long, it was 5 days, and I was literally like, I was like, oh, that's all right. I did not bat an eyelid. Nothing to me.
Yeah.
It actually felt like it was like a day.
Yeah.
Because it's such a short amount of time.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is a weird thing that, again, it's one of those things that you can't explain to people. People just won't get it.
No. But the other thing that we also have to remember, and you especially as well, it's actually okay to say when you need space. Like, you can't be expected after they've been away so long, and for them as well, not just for us, but for them, when they've been in a certain environment or whatever, they're not going to want you on them all the time. No. They're just not, because they're used to that not happening.
Prime example is Josh has had no sleep for 4 days, right? He came home this morning and I was in one of my, verbal diarrhea, and he went, you're asking me too many questions. I just need to have some food and go for a sleep. Yeah. And then you can offload on me. Yeah. And I was like, oh, right. Yeah. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah. And we can't take that requirement, and they can't, vice versa. It goes both ways. But neither of us can take that requirement as a rejection, because it's not.
No.
It's
a boundary.
Yeah. But yeah, like, it is hard, but I just don't think we need to be putting pressure on ourselves as much as
you don't need to put pressure on yourselves and your relationship or on the other person.
Or compare.
Yeah.
That's a mistake as well. Like, and that's so easy to do.
It's very easy for someone to go, oh, we don't have that problem.
Yeah, that's amazing. That may be your couple dynamic, but not someone else's.
So don't worry if it can be up and down. It is normal.
Yeah. And
it's also normal for them to come back and you just be fine.
Yeah. Straight in the sack. That's normal too. No? I'm not going to lie. Reese came back from an exercise one.
Oh, God.
And he just walked in the bedroom and that was it. Done, dusted.
See, I'm really sorry because my mother-in-law tunes in every freaking week. But I'm the complete opposite. I really struggle with that after he's been away. Yeah. Because I was saying to you, I get so used to just being on my own that doesn't even cross my mind.
No. But it takes time for some people. And that's normal. Yeah. It's not something that you have to sit there and worry about, because it goes again with couple dynamics. Yeah. Every couple is different. Every person is different.
Plus, I'm just going ham with Leroy when he's away, so I don't need anything when I get back. So on that note, it's ick of the week. I'm going to go first before I forget.
It's not my one that I sent you, though, is it?
No.
Okay.
But you can't use that because that's my next one.
Okay.
So, ick is, I was in my bath. I was having my lovely bubble bath with my neon sleepy range, candles lit, ACOTAR ready to read. You know, you won't know what that is because you don't read.
No, I was never educated.
The book talk girlies will get it.
Okay.
I'm on the second book of ACOTAR that I've been reading for the past year because ADHD and get distracted. But anyway, and my husband came in, firstly, took a shit. We've got 2 toilets.
Why
and he chose mine. But then he sat there like that on the toilet still, so his fucking balls are hanging out, clipping his toenails.
Did one spring off?
No. And then he goes, oh, my feet are a bit dirty.
No.
He fucking dipped them in my bath. He dipped it while still on the top. It was like that. I looked at him and I went, give me my towel. And he went, what? And I was like, I'm getting fucking out. I was like, you fucking ruined it. You have categorically ruined my entire life right now. I mean, that is grounds for divorce, I think.
Yeah.
That is Leroy would never. Diabolical. What's your ick?
I'm just imagining the inconspicuous positions that were happening on that toilet.
Balls dangling, fucking toenails flying. Just Neom is not cheap either.
No.
He ruined it. And Sam, if you ever use my Neom again,
I knew that was coming.
I will castrate you. Okay? Thank you. There's guest products for a reason.
I think my ick... See, I don't know whether to class it as an ick, right? Because Reese... We're going down the route of balls and stuff like that, right?
I don't know. Intrusive thought, sorry. Okay, yeah.
Is that what you do, is it?
I don't do anything, love.
So, Reese walked into the room the other day and wearing his boxers, and
Holes?
I was looking at his boxers and I was thinking, why does it look like he's wearing a skirt? Bearing in mind he was getting changed, so he'd just taken his clothes off.
Yeah.
It was just down to the boxers.
Skirt.
And I looked at it closer, and the entirety of the inseam...
So it wasn't even just the bollocks hanging out holes.
No, we were talking whole willy wafter. Like, honestly, like, it was a skirt. And I said, have you been wearing them? And he'd been wearing them underneath the entire
why would
day.
he just not wear...
What was the point?
No, yeah.
Why would you not just go free willy?
Yeah.
Instead of the boxers. And I said to him, did they split during the day? And he was like, I have no idea. I'm pretty sure they were fine this morning. So at some point, he'd either fermented them into incineration or
done a giant fart.
I don't know. That probably with him. But yeah, I don't know. But he was wearing a full-blown boxer skirt. They're completely, it was willy, balls, arse hair, the whole lot out.
Oh my good God, Reese.
Yeah. Have they gone in the bin though? No, I found them in the fucking wash.
Why? Why do they do that?
I don't know.
Oh, it's so annoying. Anyways, we really need to move on.
Yeah, okay.
So for Reddit this week, we asked you to tell us your most outrageous encounters. So it's not a Reddit story that we found online. This is you guys writing in to tell us about it. It's not necessarily encounters, so we're going to read 2 out, and we've got some more for the following next week. So off you pop, Kersha.
Okay, so the original post, just to read it, was send us your favourite stories, outrageous encounters, or something you want to get off your chest. Military or not, everyone will be kept anonymous.
Mm-hmm.
The first one, hubby sapper asking me to peg him at the mess do.
What's a sapper?
I think it's someone in the Royal Engineers.
Why does anyone think that's appropriate to say to at a work do? Peg him.
I don't know.
Get in the bin.
Yeah. The next one is, okay, so this one we hear quite a lot, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Wives on my patch won't speak to me in the park, but are my kids' key workers at nursery school.
But is that a kind of keeping work-life... But why wouldn't you just smile and say hello? You don't need to have a full-blown conversation. That's just petty.
Yeah. But also, why wouldn't you have a conversation if they are your key workers at nursery? Why wouldn't you go up and have that conversation?
That's just unprofessional.
Because also, it's going to be really awkward if you see that person at the park, or if you see whoever you're a key worker for and see the mum at the park and you ignore them, and then you've got to have a conversation with them, a fake-ass conversation with them at the nursery. Like, it's just going to be, why wouldn't you say hello?
That is so weird.
But... then putting the shoe on the other foot, is it because they're socially awkward? I don't know, because I am socially awkward. Severely.
I mean, this one's quite a deep one, so I'm going to leave that one for another day, but this just made me laugh with the wording of it. Some absolute cockwomble on the patch decided to phone the social on us, all because my son fractured his wrist on the park slide. They decided to fabricate it in loads of other shit. I can now laugh, but fuck my life, get a different hobby. I think that's quite not in patch, I just mean in general. I feel like when you've got a Karen neighbour in general, not just military related, the first thing if you've got kids is that they call the social on you.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that? I see loads of Reddits about it as well.
Yeah. No, I think, like you say, it's just a Karen, is it? Have you watched that new Netflix series called...
The paedophile thing. The Perfect Neighbour.
The Perfect Neighbour.
I did, but me and Charlotte also talked the whole way through it. I don't really get what happened.
Oh, well, I won't disclose it, but it's very, very sad, but it highlights Karens.
Okay, I'll go and check it out properly.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that is our little stories this week. Please let us know if you've got any more and you want to write in and we can discuss them. But
going back to the first thing about paint, at some point, Soph or I on editing will zoom in on the tips of Sophie's hair. There was Leroy on her hair.
It's also on my dog. They
Leroy's
just look like
everywhere.
little knits at the end, don't they?
Yeah, they do. I thought they were to begin with.
Did you? And
Yeah.
you didn't say anything?
I just did. I've just seen it.
True. Anyways, on that bombshell, we'll see you next week. Padwives out. That was a longer one, so we need to not waffle so much.
Turnaround 30-minute episode, 5-minute turnaround, 30-minute episode.
Okay.